Is the party over? Nah, I think it's just beginning. This is Florida. And it's a beautiful morning. Today I thought I would go over some market news, Florida market news, that may affect you if you are a buyer or seller, all while I enjoy this beautiful day. So stick around if you want to find out what's happening here in Florida. So the last 30 months in the real estate industry, super crazy. With low inventory and high buyer demand, it caused, well, I'll call it an unfriendly buyer experience. Yeah, unfriendly. And what I mean by that is the process of buying and, more importantly, paying for real estate here in Florida was a little bit painful. But you know, everything is relative. You are moving to Florida. So, yeah, you're moving to Florida. You're retiring to Florida, relocating to Florida, improving your quality of life. I mean, you may have had to do some deep breathing exercises and some serious meditation to get over the sticker shock on some of these houses. But things could be changing in certain markets, and they could even be changing here in Florida. So today I thought I'd go over some market news with you. But you know what they say, all good things must come to an end, and the people running the S show in Washington have decided to burn it down. Certain people like the phrase, burn it down. Yeah, me not so much. Now me, I'm a seasoned professional. I've been in this business a long time, and I made quite a healthy living in 2008 during the market meltdown, so I am not afraid of the situation. This is not 2008. We don't have a bunch of bad loans on the books. Total different situation. And we don't have enough inventory. But that could be changing. Could be.
And the Fed continues to raise rates.
I will tell you, if you are trying to get a loan these days, you're going to feel like you're dealing with a loan shark. And that's because mortgage rates have been artificially low for a very long time. 2.5% is not a normal mortgage rate. 3% is not a normal mortgage rate, and we've gotten quite used to it. So in that respect, I guess the party is proverbially over. So what am I seeing in the market? Well, if I'm being quite honest, my phone is still ringing, and I'm still showing properties. And thank the good Lord, we still have lots of closings going on. Now, however, a lot of the builders that I deal with, and I do sell a lot of new construction, have started to offer some, let's say, some tastier incentives, closing costs incentives. They've increased those dollars, and I do expect every month them to offer something different. I had one for the month of June, which is over tomorrow, offer up to 3% back if you could sign a contract in the month of June. So that's just a little example of what some builders may be doing in order to move the buyer off of the proverbial fence. I'm using the word proverbial a lot today. Now the big boys, I have not seen them drop prices. So new construction, if you're not aware of it, is the most expensive real estate product you can buy right now. It's new. The materials are expensive. Labor is expensive. So they may start discounting some of these homes, but there's only so far that they can go. Now, if we have some reduction in the material cost, people stop buying those materials, like builders quit buying, lumber, I would expect that the material costs will come down. I mean, that is the whole point of Mr. Jerome Powell trying to cool off the market, stop people from buying stuff. Now I pulled up a report. We get all kinds of reports being in the real estate industry. I can get you any report on anything: single family, condos, townhomes, average sale, medium sale, number of months on the market, and we saw an uptick in inventory. Now, we went from 1.1 months of inventory to 1.4 months of inventory. Not a big increase. We are still really short on inventory. It's still a seller's market. You have a balanced market when you have about 6 months of inventory. It doesn't favor the seller, doesn't favor the buyer. Once we get beyond 6 months of inventory, now it's certainly a buyer's market. Once we're under that, and the closer we get to 1, 2, or 3 months of inventory, we're still favoring the seller because there's just not that much inventory out there. But that could be changing. So that report that I just showed you was for the month of May 2022.
So there was an increase of 10,000 homes year over year.
So I think when the June report comes out, we're going to see it even higher. That is, if I'm a betting man. I will tell you though, as inventory starts to creep up, you're going to start to see some fear in the eyes of the sellers. Whether it's a seller's market or not, as inventory climbs, people have gotten used to going under contract quite quickly. So, days on the market also creeping up. Instead of, your house going under contract in 3 or 4 days, they're going under contract in, let's say, 10 or 11 days. However, the report that I'm going to show you says the average length of time to get the contract is still 9 days. 9 days, my friend, here in Florida. Because it's Florida. Now, I've seen all kinds of videos on the market, some from realtors and others from just people saber rattling about how the market's going to crash. The sky's falling. All I can say to you about that is the empty can makes the most noise. I'll just leave it at that. Now, I jumped into MLS to see what was happening with pricing. Looked at all the price adjustments. There were a lot of price adjustments. But I was a little shocked. I actually saw price increases from some of the smaller builders in my area. So, yeah, maybe they're bumping it up a little bit to prepare for people wanting to pay less, or all of those incentives they're going to be throwing your way. Most price reductions are happening on resales. Resales are a different animal. They're older homes. People are living in them. Normally they were acquired for a better price, much lower price versus building, because building costs more. A house that was built 15 years ago costs a lot less to build than a house that's built today. Are you a numbers nerd? Do you want a report on this? I can get a report about anything happening in the Florida real estate market. You can just reach out to me and I'm happy to get it to you. Every market is different. You can't paint every situation with the same brush. You certainly can't paint every market with the same brush. Here in Florida, we still have low inventory and high demand. I didn't mention it before. We sprinkle salt on margaritas, not on streets. So, when it comes to real estate, location, location, location. You are buying a lifestyle if you live here. I've lived here for 45 years, and I still love it. Yeah, with that being said, it's a long weekend. Maybe I'll spend some time at the beach. It's always pretty. Or maybe take a road trip. Florida's a big state. There's so much to do here. A little staycation. Now, I'm going to hit one of the coffee shops down here in Jensen Beach, maybe have a latte, a scone, kick my feet up, and check my email from my cell phone. Gotta live life. My name is Lisa.Ammons. I'm a real estate broker. Thought I'd mix it up today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. I cover topics like real estate, Florida lifestyle, and of course, neighborhoods. And I'd love to have you as part of my YouTube channel. It's always a good time here. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. It is greatly appreciated. And watch these upcoming next videos. Take care.